What's up guys, my name is Andre and welcome to a new video, and I know that I haven't recorded anything on the roots of the channel for way too long, and it's because I really don't have the space nor anything interesting to record, and well, that's just what's going on in my life right now. But I got a new turntable, and this is my first direct drive turntable. This is a Polyvox TD6000. And I am very proud of it because it is working wonders for me right now. But I've been testing a whole lot of different cartridges, and yes, that will be the neighbor's dog because, you know, that's one of the reasons why I haven't been recording a whole lot of videos. But I've been having a hard time testing all of my cartridges, which I have 3 and now 4, because this has just arrived from the post. And this will be the first time I'll be testing this because I have this wish, you know, when I watch someone else's turntable videos, they're always testing these Audio-Technica turntables and Audio-Technica cartridges, which is something that I never had the slightest chance to test in the past. So now, finally, just now, I am going to be around to test a cartridge like this. And I do apologize about the neighbor's dog, but I can't do anything about that. This will be the first time I'll be testing an AT3600L, which is currently the cheapest cartridge you can buy online that is magnetic and is decent sounding enough. So I hope that this will help me out to digitize these records. 2 of these box sets are already on my music channel, but I have digitized them using this turntable, which is an idler drive turntable with a bad platter bearing. So there's like virtually no bass and a whole lot of rumble in it, plus a lot of wow and flutter because it is an old idler drive. Even though the idler itself is new, the bearing was shot, and I couldn't do anything about it to replace it. So I got this guy, and this is the one turntable that I'm gonna be using to try and digitize these records again, because these box sets are 5 hours each, so it's a whole lot of music. So you won't really be able to tell, but it's running properly. The motor is dead silent. All I had to do was lubricate and adjust the auto return mechanism because it has a reject button, and it does have auto return, but it was triggering too soon. So soon, in fact, that if I got even close to the label, like right here, just to choose a track, it would trigger the auto return. So it's currently open, and I have a whole lot of ground points here because electricity is just crap in this area where I'm living. So I have to ground everything like super well, and even then sometimes there will be electrical interference. So you can kind of take a look at the underside of this cartridge, this turntable. And the motor and everything else. So let's go ahead and open this box and see how it came packaged. Man, the lighting here couldn't be more terrible, and this whole thing couldn't be more messy than it is right now. But it's what I'll have to live with. Why do these guys package these things in a way that I can never figure out how to open without destroying the box completely? How do I even open this? And yes, I'm cutting towards myself. Well packaged. This is not just the cartridge. This is a cartridge and a shell, and it's been already mounted and aligned by the seller. I asked. Audio-Technica AT3600L phono cartridge, highly polished 0.6 mil conical diamond. That's what it says. Alright, I really don't understand what's up in here, but that's how it came packaged, and it came with a level. And so here is the cartridge and shell assembly. Alrighty. Good shell. Quite solid, actually. Now, people were saying that this... I read conflicting information online about the material which the cantilever of this stylus is made out of. Some people say it's plastic, some people say it's carbon fiber. I have no idea why it would be made out of carbon fiber. I am going to check the alignment on this, even though the seller says it has been aligned. I have these stupid gauges, I don't know how to call these, to kind of tell if it's aligned or not. So we'll try. Okay, so one thing before we go on with this. Yes, it does have a shell holder at the back, which is something I didn't expect this turntable to have, because it's not a DJ turntable. But this is the original shell that came with it. Let me lock this up. And the cartridge and stylus combo we're using is a Garrard GC11 with an elliptical stylus. It's a mild elliptical. I think it's 0.3 by 0.7. And this one's also brand new. So I've been breaking this in for a while now, hoping that it's going to begin to sound better, because it's currently picking a lot of the surface noise. And I'm hearing some weird distortions in some areas of the disc of the record, so I hope that with time it's going to break in and sound better. So let's see if the head shell will fit. It appears to be the same thing, but let's check it out. Alrighty. Here's the old one. It's all brand new. Here is the actual new one. And yeah, it fits just fine. Now, let's see how this is all aligned. Let me turn off the turntable. And I have to balance the arm, of course. Forgot about that. Since I do not have a scale to measure this, I'm just going to do the old way of balancing the arm and setting the 0. So here it's balanced. So I'll set the 0, and I'm going to be tracking this at 3 grams. 2.5 it says, right? Hang on. 2.5 to 3.5. So the best range for this is 3. So I'm going to track it at 3. Set the anti-skate to 3, which is the maximum level that this will track at. And so it should be more or less set. Pretty good. It looks to me like it is quite aligned. I don't know which one the guy used to align it, but yeah, with the Lofgren chart, the inner groove part is a bit off. But no worries. Let me try this is the one from Audio-Technica themselves. Let's see how this one fares. I am mainly concerned about inner groove distortion performance on this. So yeah, that's pretty good. Oh, wow, that's like pretty much at the... Oh yeah, it's way off. Way off. With this one, I don't know how much of this would be useful, because it's basically at the run out. So I really have no idea. So this is one record which I'm not going to digitize. This is one I'm going to be using purely to break in some of these styli. And let me give it a spin, because it's going to more than likely trigger the auto return first. This auto return mechanism is so extremely sensitive that just by moving the turntable around will trigger it. If it's playing, I don't know what's wrong with this. So there it is. There it is, our conical styles. I'm gonna grab my equipment to see how the first sound that's gonna come out of this is going to sound, because I honestly have no idea. But I can clearly tell that it's quite crooked when it's playing the inner grooves. So I'm gonna grab my Zoom H1. Inside this box is a makeshift preamp, which unfortunately does not apply the reverse IAA curve. And so yes, the sound is very tinny that comes out of this, but I have no way to fix this. This amplifier is not working, so I can't use it. So I'm basically going to listen to the tinniest sound ever, even though people always praise the 3600L. So let's grab the equipment. Okay, so sometime later, I've managed to do a whole lot of back-to-back testing between the .3 elliptical that's in this cartridge and the conical, the .6 conical that's in this AT3600L, and I must say that this sounds spectacular. It really does deserve the praise that it gets, because this is such a cheap cartridge, brand new in the box, and it sounds so fantastic. So, what do I think? How does it compare between the elliptical? Okay, so I've got so many classical recordings, and this record in particular is by the Joni Potoker Quartet, which is jazz, and I particularly like to use the last two tracks as a benchmark. So, the elliptical is a lot clearer in these last tracks. The treble, the highs are much more present. It distorts less than the the one that's in this cartridge, but when it distorts, the distortion is a lot harsher on this one than it is on this one. So for general listening, this is actually an excellent cartridge, but for the technicality and precision that I'm looking for, this cartridge actually suits me extremely well for what I'm doing. The only thing I profoundly dislike about the elliptical is how much surface noise it picks up. So in some tracks where there isn't a difference between the two, I would actually go with the 3600L, just because how better it handles surface noise, because the conical just doesn't pick up that much of the dust and grime that's on these old records. But in terms of pure audio precision, the elliptical wins. It distorts less. It distorts less in the inner tracks, and the treble is much more present and better defined. I'll try to give you a sample of how these two cartridges sound. So I hope you can hear the differences between these two cartridges. Now I'm gonna have to really choose which one I'm gonna use to digitize these two box sets. Yes, I am in the laundry room because there's no other place where I can hook these things up and ground them properly. And so that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'm going to see you guys next time. Take care.